What's up, boys? Duskwarden here. Today we're coming in with a special video. We're going to be pushing a much higher key than usual. We're going into a plus 23 Blackrock Depths Prison as Black Knight Witch Hunter as usual. We're going to deal with some of the most nasty affixes and things that can affect Black Knight. So we're going to deal with Necrotic, and we're going to deal with a ton of Disarms, two of our biggest weaknesses. The way we're going to do it is going to be shown in the entire video, but it's going to come from a lot of different things, including our partners. In much higher keys like this, it's very important to try to communicate and act as a team. This is the setup that I've used for this run. It's pretty standard as usual, but this is working for most of the content anyway. So I wish you guys a good watch. Yeah, Pyro has. Yep. We're preparing to pull. We're kind of chit-chatting, of course. There's going to be a lot of banter that I'm going to let that run out, of course. We're going in. I'm talking about the disarm. So, Pyromancer has access to a meteor that disarms and silences or incapacitates every mob into it. And I'm talking to my Pyromancer, Jones, about the possibility of countering disarm when I get disarmed by the mobs by disarming all of them with this meteor. In a sense, we're kind of just playing around as using Meteor as a defensive cooldown, which is I think it's a very smart thing to do, of course. We're gripping the mobs, we're doing our little job. We're doing a lot of damage. Now, as you guys can see my health bar, I'm taking a ton of damage, right? And part of it is due to Necrotic. If you guys saw the immunes on the screen right now, it's because I did use the Holy Water Tonic, which banishes undeads and demons. I didn't realize that the blood beasts were considered demons. I thought those were beasts, so that was a small mistake on my part. I think I do it one more time in the run at some point, but it's not that big of a deal. It kind of reduced damage taken for a second, so it was a blessing in disguise. You guys saw the meteor drop. After the meteor, we're getting a bubble ready for the group damage that's coming from the corpse explosion. It's going to help out our healer Ellie a lot here. The pack is going down fairly smoothly. There's not too much problem going. You guys can see the champion pad away right now, so I'm thinking about it in the background, right? I'm trying to figure out how to pull some mobs without interfering with the champion until we're ready. We're gonna pull this pack out of kind of an accident, but I was gonna pull it, so it was just like a little timing. I make sure to really tag it properly. Same thing here with Dawnblade on these mobs for a solid way. I realize that I'm kind of not keeping my stacks and I'm taking some damage and I'm struggling to arrange stuff, so I'm gonna just like stop with a smaller pool until I stabilize. My Necrotic's really high. Now that my Necrotic is cleared and the mobs are going down, so our healer's not too surprised with the explosion while I gather more, so he doesn't have to try to save multiple people. We're gonna start thinking about moving up, so we're gonna go backwards and we're going to jump into the other pack. We're going to gather that and we're going to make sure to be really tight. Disarm's coming out. I'm asking for the meteor, but I'm also just instantly rotating to my own cooldown, so I hit my Dark Tonic to keep me alive. The healer's on me doing a great job. As soon as Disarm comes out, I instantly hit Noctis Blade. I realize that I have some armor shred on me, so it's not too bad right now, but I'm still worried, right? I'm just thinking I want to stabilize properly, so I'm just going to hit Witchblood, keep doing our thing. Mobs are dying pretty fast. Of course, it's a small pool, but I'm just thinking about how I'm going to pull the rest of the things, right? So this runner was not brought back, and I didn't think about it. I didn't think he would go that far, so we get the mobs in our back. Thankfully, it's no problem. So we go right ahead. We're taking a ton of group damage. The healer's doing a fantastic job. I'm extremely fortunate to have the opportunity to play with some of the best players on the server. Nonetheless, our Broodmaster goes down here. It is unfortunate. He has low HP and he ran out of personals at this moment, and it's really a difficult moment for our healer. It's no fault of anyone, it's just a difficult thing. We could probably clean it up just a little bit and we would have saved them, but it's no big deal. At least the respawn is close, so we go ahead. We pull one side like this, we wait a little bit, we stabilize. Now, the reason why I don't pull the other side is because I got disarmed and we don't have the tools to power through. So I'm going to wait for disarm to go away and then for my HP bar to stabilize a little bit. As you guys can see, even through 50 stacks of Necrotic, combining the Black Knight's healing with the Witch Doctor healing is absolutely insane. We're healing back to full, ready for a Noctis. We're going to pull the other side now that everything is clear, and the Corpse Explosion is not going to overwhelm the healer.
Same with the left and right side in front of the...
We're netted, so we can't keep moving. We're just going to stand here and get some infinite aggro. This pack will never leave us at this point. I'm taking some Devastates, but it's not too bad. Necrotic is fairly high on me right now, so I don't go for the second side instantly. It can be tempting to keep going maximum throttle, but it's important to learn proper pacing. Now, we allowed ourselves to drop low willingly to drop it. With the Witch Blood Tonic, I felt much more safe. I kind of just check out like how's my distribution right now. We're venturing a lot, which is, you know, the best part of the keys is really it's playing with the boys, right? We're taking a Disarm, it's kind of sketchy. I do mention it to my healer. I noticed that the mana is pretty low, so I'm really worried. Thankfully, we get Disarmed at the perfect moment for a fat Noctis Blade, putting us back at the top. We just burned the tap. Corpse Explosion is pushing the healer's HPS up a little bit. His mana is surprisingly positive at the moment, which is a testament to Elliwd being a really good player. We're starting this boss pretty smooth. We're just gonna do it as is. We're gonna pop all our CDs and stuff. Now, that was a mistake on my part. I popped the totem too far up there, and for that, half the team ate like a fear. That was a big mistake. I should have popped it much closer. I didn't think about the entire range that it would have. Definitely something to watch for.
Out the back way here, right? Like the dog is down there. The guy.
Corpse Explosion's going out. I'm not pulling anything because I'm worried about what's gonna happen, right? This time the Fury gets dispelled by our totem because I was
we don't go on the back,
the second one. Wow. Careful, might be a big word. I just popped it right on top of this one. I'll say I was on top of it, right? Didn't forget to use it. I ask my False Sworn to go and grab another pack for me so I don't have to move them up around for no reason. I get ready to grab it. Thankfully, that Disarm wasn't on us. Everything goes smooth. We keep priority targeting the boss because that's where we want to funnel the most damage. The idea is just that the mobs are going to get cleaved down while we kill the boss, so it's more important to bring the boss down as fast as possible. Mana Burn's going out. We want to be careful because while our healer's mana is positive at the moment, we want it to stay positive so we can keep pulling. If we let too many mana burns going, it would actually go through, which is always a concern. We just keep our advantage here of healing and we just keep blasting. We didn't pull more at this point, which is... We could have maybe pulled another pack for percentage, which would have been useful later, but it's not really that big of a deal. There's some better pulls to do, and the boss was a little bit too late, and we would have wasted some time like a half pull. So I opened the map just to be completely sure. We see the Mythic Champion. Our healer's drinking behind. As this is right, we are going to need it, so I just make the call when the healer's in range. We're going to pull the champion. I pull the champion. I get instantly facing it away so it doesn't bleed the rest of the party. However, we're a bunch of silly gooses. The boys are just deciding to go in like every direction. I mentioned it in the stack.
Expecting on the range anyways.
We get some fire pulls. So the reason that I'm not moving the boss champion too much is because I know that fire from the sky, the figures here, is going to happen fairly soon, and I didn't want to waste too much space. We make the call to go back all the way into the other much bigger room because I was worried about pulling some stray pack that go down really south really quickly. The boys pop their big absorb shield. That's the Root Master, extremely useful spell. That's going to allow the team to sustain themselves pretty easily. We're not in any real danger right now, but we definitely have to keep playing our classes to our best. This champion goes down really quickly. Our entire team does a lot of damage. Here, we get a little confusion because the animation's a little bit more.
The other champion so fast,
a lot of damage.
Forgot about the
However, our healer is, again, a complete machine at the game and saves us. I pull this 2-pack. I figure it's easy percentage. It's 2 mobs. We're going to get it, so we never accidentally pull it. We tag it. We get Disarmed and booted, so we're just going to stand there and wait, use all the abilities that we can use. We're going to backflip. we're gonna go and grab some more. We grip it just to interrupt that disarm. We're gonna do our thing. The damage is fairly high between Necrotic and Devastate that's starting to stack, and the mobs themselves do a lot of damage. We're taking like a lot. We're taking a lot. So I'm really popping all my defenses. I'm popping Witch Blood. I'm trying to maintain all my healing spells. I let myself drop low when I had Noctis Blade. I was making sure to hold it for like a global. And now we're gonna use it a little bit higher. I just want to make sure to not waste the shield. Damage we take is still high, right? So this is what happens when Necrotic is fairly high and you have armor Sunday stacks on you. It's liable to happen. Sadly, we didn't get a good heal off, so I was low HP. I asked for a heal from a healer. He gives it on save people. I get disarmed instantly, and instead of panicking, you just have to make sure, okay, we just stop moving, right? It's fine. People much bigger than expected here. Some stray spells happened. I was too close, and some spell happened. That's like mostly the tank's fault here, so I'll take responsibility on that. Now the pulse seems stable, but something is gonna happen soon. It's gonna change that. Even if we're getting our shit pushed in, I was fairly confident I could survive. We popped like group defenses and such. It seems okay.
That's crazy.
If it would have worked, it would have been a great pull, with saving a lot of time. However, I did not expect a champion right now. Tempez gets completed by the champion instantly, and then I get absolutely blasted like the rest of the people when Procore comes in the back. So that was like a great lesson in not paying attention. It was a complete lack of awareness on my part, a little bit on everyone's part, right? But I'm doing the route, so it is my part mostly. Now we rebuff popping in. We're waiting for Elliwd to pop in.
There he is. We can do the champion right now.
Lag here.
I also didn't see him. Like,
and we decide, you know what? Fuck it. As soon as Elliwd gets back, we're just gonna pull that champion. We're gonna get rid of it. We're gonna make sure that no accidents like that can happen again. And it's also a good lesson for the next time we go into this dungeon. Make sure to grab this champion before we start heading down the rig, so no accidents can happen. It's even if we're pushing higher games, we don't necessarily have every single one of this route memorized optimally. So that's okay, right? Now, I don't give them too much space for fire, but again, that's because I know meteors early. So what we do is like, I just find myself a safe spot, and the guys have their own safe spot, and I'm just like, I make sure everything's fine, and then I'm like, okay, it's fine, I'm not going to everything them, let me give myself a little more room and give them a little bit. One of the problem with them being too far is that it's really hard to get away from.
Can you move back a bit as well?
Chrono, Firebread that the champion can do. I do take some big damage here, but nothing out of the origin area. I watch behind myself. I want to try out room. I'm not going to make a mistake of being caught like that twice in a row. Ellie's kind of getting breeded on, but again, animation is really sus here. So we can't really blame them. We can only commend their own healing to keep themselves alive. This champion's going down here. We're popping the shield now. It's mostly as a prevention because Ellie, like the pressure was on and we didn't know if another fireball was going to come. So we just decided to send it because we don't have damage coming in soon. We know the packs don't need everything.
Yeah,
we're going to grab that one foot, and having a few of the mobs dead is actually really good for us. So we're going to kick that fire guard. It's going to give us a bit a little bit. We're going to grab this. The Master's going to this is silence. It's big AoE silence. This is probably one of the most broken utility in the game, and I love it. Jones is having a technical issue with a bug on right now, but he's going to solve it pretty quickly. Shouldn't be a problem. I take a lot of damage, mostly from Necrotic. I let myself drop, and I knocked his blade again. Of course, that's the best way to do it. We're going to turn our weakness into a strength by using that properly.
I mean, imagine Phil being on Tinker
Stacks
and
going
me
down,
being on a
it's pretty
Necro,
easy.
and
Now I'm worried about the boss, right? So I know Rocore is coming. I can take Rocore in a pack, but I don't think that I can take Rocore in like 4 packs. So we definitely try to be conservative. But also at the same time, I'm like, okay, well, you know, the boys kind of want to make sure to get like a good timer on this. They're pretty aggressive.
I mean, you
grab
can
two
put
packs.
Golem already, no?
Still, it's not
Sure.
like sorcery grab two
Little bit
packs.
hard.
The only problem is that Necrotic stacks up really quickly. But
Yeah, it's probably the old
we're doing
example,
it. I
but
don't think
nowadays
it's
Golem is like...
it's not a pack that's gonna kill you if you play properly. You have all the tools you need. We drop low. Our healer got us this time.
Yeah, maybe Mag with the million dogs.
Keep doing damage. So now we have this guy going into the next pack. A big part of that is really my fault because I should have dragged it more
For my interrupt
backwards
ranges,
so we have
to
more
the-
space, but I don't think it's a problem. I see the fireball animation from the corner of my eye and I realize the fire guard didn't come. I asked for a range interrupt from my yes. They're a little bit DPS burn at the moment,
All
but I
affix.
did manage to get one of them to go and take it for me, so it's close enough so I can rip it in, which I did. We're gonna clean that up. Rokor is probably behind us, right? So at this point, I don't want to move too much more. It's what's behind my head right now. I'm gonna rip that guy in. Just don't want to move. And as I was right, Rokor's coming in. A little bit like sussy timing here. It could have been a backswing. That's pretty bad. I didn't react to it fast enough. Not that it's like a massive problem, but it could have been just a bad hat. We're going to grab the other guy and we're going to get rid of it. We're just going to blast
fucking
for him.
kidding
Now
me,
that
man.
boss has a ton of armor,
yeah.
a ton of HP. So he's kind of a...
Yeah, I can't put any spells outside of my
I'll
box.
admit,
It's
the
amazing.
maintenance of the pommel slash
Until I go
buff
with
has
Sun
been
Endowment again,
really
and then it
difficult
works again,
since
but-
the GC change. It's not affecting Black Knight too much, but we're feeling it for the debuff maintenance, right? We want to
That
get
was
all
happening,
the
like,
other
4 months
peoples
ago
out.
already.
It doesn't leave us with a ton of other. Now, we do make a small mistake with Rokor here. Is we should have pulled like small
Yeah, I'm
packs.
wondering what Flozy's doing all day.
Because the
though.
damage that he does on its own is like crazy. Like I'm holding some downs right now, and I really could have just pulled something more to gain some time. Funnel damage with Rokor.
I think it's actually not that broken anymore on PvP, right? Well, they also removed like 4 out of 5 heals, so you can't really heal that much anymore.
So they can be brought it down.
He's still getting blasted. I mean, again, I do play with
Yeah.
like the best DPS on the server. We have some crazy numbers going out at the moment.
Yeah, well,
Which is very fortunate and a big part of the success of yours. All of us are very here. Probably the best player of all of the specs.
You know, in boxers.
yeah, but why didn't we pull any trash into this boat?
We do talk about the fact that we kind of zoned out and didn't drag an attack into him, so I'm just figuring, okay, I'll get at least the guy that's in front of him. Next
Luckily,
boss.
this guy lives long enough.
Like, it's not going to be completely wasted. We'll do like half. I'm thinking like we do at least half their seems my estimation. It's alright. Like it's honest mistake. It's not a big.
It's full just,
We're gonna
exactly.
tag. I realized that I'm running and I'm taking more damage than I expected. I'm trying to grab just a portion of the dogs, which is fine. We're gonna pop all defenses because I kind of underestimated the damage that we're doing those dogs. We're surviving. You know, just freaking I figured that I have time before I grab the boss. Make sure to upkeep everything so no accuracy stray happens. They're trying to kill that dog, but we just pulled more. Okay, so here's a mistake on my part
No, we pulled
is
boss.
we pulled the boss because I horned, but our Fellsworn kind of like switched their targeting from the ads
Thought it would hit him.
to the boss before I actually tagged the boss. So it's a little bit of my fault because I should have taunted the boss while horning the dogs to be sure to not lose it and tag it at least for a little bit of threat. But I think it's fair to say that the DPS was a little bit overzealous on this one. And it's a shared mistake. Now, you guys can see I'm taking a metric ton of damage here. Our healer is actually crazy right now.
God.
I don't
Ow.
even know how we didn't all die from this explosion while pumping so much HP for me. I have to
Yeah,
give
let's
100%
stabilize first.
props to Elliwd for making brewing local power, honestly.
No, I'm putting mana stones on, so
We're
I need
killing
some
this boss
refreshment.
way faster than I
Can I
expected.
get loot now or no?
Yeah, the ads are down, so again, Tempez goes and as grabs the extra pack, so we don't see some damage. It's too much. I get ready to pull it, so I grip it, but I realize my march isn't going up.
We should not leaving this shit as well.
We're lucky. The first disarm goes into our healer, so it's inconsequential for us at the moment. It could have like taken a lot of damage here. It's not too bad. Necrotic stacking fairly higher,
Yeah, ground effects and
but it doesn't affect
Walker.
us too
Oh
much.
yeah, I can't cut anything again, bro. Come on.
We get disarmed again, and I am worried here. I was worried on this one because I had nothing, and thankfully our healer saves us. As you guys can notice, like I say often that the healer saves us, right? But it's always been a shared burden or shared task between yourself and the healer
Critic for 600 instead of
keep
4k
the
is
group alive and keep the tank.
a lot of fun.
As a Black
I
Knight,
forgot
you
how
have way
much I
more
missed this
agency
on
than
retail.
most tanks
Like,
to our own
that's
survival,
great.
but that doesn't mean that our healer
I'm not gonna
doesn't
lie.
have a extremely crucial part
Like,
into it.
it's crazy to me that
I'm
we still
fortunate to
push
have a
it,
lot of
like,
synergy with Elliwd because I use them often, so they get a good feel for what's happening, and I don't tell them much. That ramp up or slow down. We're doing a great job being this one. And again, we're popping the bubble because we want to take less damage from Corpse Explosion as we go on about the day for max. We just want Ellie to not have to heal us on the move and give them a chance to
Yeah.
regen some mana while they on.
He actually, yeah, he's just like take it back.
We start moving. You have to be careful when you start moving with the boss like this and not go too far to set them with shame. I tagged his pack and I just
Let me touch it.
warned my team to not do a single thing and I'm gonna kite. The entire reason is I'm gonna need that percentage and I can feel it, but I don't want to stand there and go that way because it's the opposite way of where I want to go. So I just keep running and
Are
running.
you touching now?
As you guys saw, I stopped at some point and I did hit them because I figured that if I took too many swings from
No, I'm
the
not
way,
over. I'm in.
the healer's gonna have to heal me and get aggro. So I had to pack
I think wall in.
better. That's completely fine.
Bro,
I
my
make
fucking
sure
dash
I
went
remind my
fucking
pulse
way
when
further
I'm
than
not
I thought.
excited,
You
so
went so
don't trigger
fucking
the
far,
event box.
dude.
Yeah, we clean this up. We make the call to just use the classic line of sight instead of only relying on my grip.
Whether it's on
We're
the side
going,
these right?
we're inching towards it a little bit. I mean, we have time, right? The animation's pretty high, but we just move there. We're
And I
just
can,
making
silence
sure.
the duel, the
A big
second
part of making tanking very smooth is to make yourself predictable for the entire team. If your team is never confused about where you're going to do next, you're way more likely to react in an appropriate manner. If you confuse your team, you can't be angry when they don't act in a very clear manner. Here, I just decide to grab everything on top. I figure it's going to be big blast. I see there's only one caster that's ahead, so I'm going to single grip it. I have a little bit of a silence effect, so I struggle to march off and I waste a global instead of pivoting to slash faster. That's completely fine. We save ourselves. As you guys can see on the left, there's a billion buffs on right now. So I am worried, and I definitely keep in mind that I'm going to use Stoicism against magic. Things go out of hand. If we stabilize, it's really not as bad as the buff let us think. We clean that up. We're going to get the last boss here, Law. Thankfully for us, the Ring of Law still counts as an extra boss. That's okay. If it didn't count as an extra boss, we were planning on a giant left or something like that. We would have to rework the rally to make it work, but I think that too much
He's
of a
not
problem.
here, right?
I don't think so. What is he even doing?
You know, we get Eviscerator.
Shadow
He doesn't do too much. He only does like a Shadow Volley, but it's like solo kickable. It doesn't even happen very often. And it deals some tank damage, but it doesn't.
You
So
wouldn't
this
need
boss
not
is
to be
pretty
sus.
free. If there was ever a candidate to pull trash on top of the boss, this boss would be. Again, as you guys can see, I'm kind of struggling with the ramp, my pummel slashing, the rest of my things going.
Actually asked us for the permission to record our voice.
That's okay. We'll see what happens with that.
What?
Maybe
What?
maybe we'll get some way to ramp it faster, or maybe not. I mean, it's a pretty
I think
unique
Tempez is
debuff. It's
backing
not
up.
like the craziest thing in
Yeah.
the world. I think it's a very minor difference. This Ritter's going down. He's in rage right now, but he really doesn't do any damage, right? So even in rage, so it's not that deep to say. Just keep digging it. Now, as we talk to the boys, we're like, okay, we're just gonna go upstairs, inspection part. So we're gonna pipe pivot and go up there. Behind.
Yeah, good.
This would be behind the area to get to the top of the arena. We're just here, we're just figuring, you know what, let's go hungry, let's be wild, let's get our chest to be short, not waste our time. Grab the entire half. I tell Jones to be careful. We're gonna pull that fire guard anyway. As you know, there's some awareness there, probably save our pyro. Just grip it in and we'll just act like plan from the start. Just keep doing a ton of damage. We're staying ahead here, trying to stay as high as possible for necrotic ramps. Just knock this early. Just getting back. We flash low. Knock this. It's the best time ever. This key is cleaning up pretty well. I'm watching it. I'm like, okay, is he coming back? Is he not coming back? He's coming back. Clean that up. I'm like, okay, we still need some more percentage, so I guess we'll just pull some. We just do a big pull. I'm like, fuck it. We got everything. We got the Rune of Silence. We're a little bit out of it, but at least the fire guards got stopped from casting. Points. Success. There. I hit my Dark Tonic pretty well there. I didn't want to take a chance. I drop. I have nothing to press. I press Witch Blood as soon as it comes out because I'm worried that I'm staying too much in the middle of my HP bar too long, and it's really not a type to wipe, right? Good cost is chest. Just keep blasting. I make sure to target a caster so that I can interrupt see and I make a mistake. Everybody's doing infinite damage at the moment. I think it was really motivated time.
Nice.
There we go. So we did this key. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.